I know it seems like a lot of notebooks, but I have them based on kind of what their uses are for, and then I can use them throughout the year, and I like to segment them. So here's my one ayat a day. If I'm ever in a pinch and I can't do Quran that day, I still force myself to do just one ayat a day in reflection, and that is here. These are my Quran journaling books. A lot of you guys are really interested in my Quran journaling, so I'll show you. I put it into two separate books. One are for facts, and one are for my actual like decorative, like, you know, things that I do. This is my Quran, super tattered. It's Abdul Halim, Oxford Press. A lot of people ask me. This is a translation I use in English. This is when I want to check my revisions and the different surahs and check my ayat. And here's when I actually practice them. I'll write them out over and over to remind myself. Here's my dua book. It's very, very tattered, alhamdulillah. But it has some of my favorite selected du'as in it that I use and I recite daily. Here's my tafsir for the Quran journaling, and in general, I use Tafsir Sa'di. This is the book I'm reading, and we are doing it inside of the Thrive app. With the teacher, and he's teaching it, the actual author is teaching it to us, and then we're going to be using it as a book club for reflection as girls, all alone, inshallah, after Ramadan. This is Qaida Nooraniya I use for revising. This is for my Arabic with my teacher. I do different books depending what level. This is the notebook for that in Arabic. And this is my notebook for lectures. Anytime I'm listening to a lecture on YouTube or in a class with an actual teacher in person, this is mine, and this is how I keep my basket. I mentioned before that I would be Quran journaling in Ramadan as a new way of doing this for myself. I usually just take notes, but now I am full on getting artistic and creative about it because I wanted to connect with the Quran in a deeper way. So I'm taking notes and I'm doing it here, and I'll show you in a second exactly how I do it, so that way you could do it too if you want. And I do it from classes that I take from Sister Zayhan and Rusna. I'll put the link below where you can get that and you can join too. But what I want to show you here is that I wanted to make it something I wanted to run to, make creative, make something that I want to spend time to do. I would be excited to run to, and it would kind of be relaxing as well. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm kind of making it artistic and at the same time focusing on what I'm learning from these surahs. I wanted to just say, if you're a person who feels really reluctant to do Quran journaling or anything like that, you don't have to be. You could totally feel comfortable. And what I'm going to show you right here is just a little trick technique I do for writing neat. If you're not a neat person, is I write first in pencil and then I go over it in pen. And then after I'm done writing over in pen, I use this particular pen here. I'll show you in a second. It's 0.5 and I get them on Amazon, and genuinely any pen that doesn't bleed, and then I erase afterwards, so it's really, really easy to write neatly and also not have the pressure of like making mistakes because I write in pencil originally. Well, Fatiha honestly is something you could just go on and on. So after this genuine summary, I went over here and I went over to the different ayat and I wrote them in Arabic. And then I wrote them in English. You can see. So genuinely, I did that. And honestly, I'm going to go into it even deeper. I just wanted to kind of show one of the ones that I did. And let me show you how I take that then. And I take my notes on the books, which I keep completely separate. These are facts versus like my personal reflection. So one of the things I wanted to do with the kids in Ramadan is to make sure that we were doing things together that were Islamically focused and also something that we loved and was fun, instead of just like, you know, feeling like we had to do it. So here we're doing these dates. They're Ferrero Rocher dates, stuffed with hazelnut. They were so, so yummy. I'll try to keep the recipe below. But yeah, we dip it in chocolate. And I mean, who wouldn't love dipping things in chocolate? The kids really, really loved it, alhamdulillah. And one thing that I want to say is that was really, really fun for our family is that they were doing it with the whole spirit of like, we're going to give it to the people who come and break fast at our house, or we go to their house as gifts. And so it was like their really nice, unique gift that they did for themselves. And like I said, chocolate, you know, we chose to do milk chocolate and dark chocolate combinations, and then they sprinkled them with the hazelnut. They were a bit messy, but they really, really loved it. After that, we went on to moving into homeschooling, and I wanted to do more of a theme of Ramadan. So we have the Oreo cookies and the phases of the moon. This is something I used to teach a long time ago to kids. Who wouldn't love making the moon out of Oreo cookies and learning the phases? in between, like I said, as a mom, I just stop ibadah, take a time to make dua, make more prayers, come back, read Qur'an, little bits of time in between. And then, of course, it's time to break fast, and we went to the Prince Tea House, which is in Flushing, Queens. It was actually my first time there. My kids had gone before, my older children. They wanted me to go there. And alhamdulillah, the food was really, really good. Everything was like super good quality. It was like little bites to eat in the beginning. And they even had like fish and chips. And it was just really satisfying. They had great curly fries. Like it was kind of like one of those like special trips. They had awesome, this drink I drank was a passion fruit, like with a sweet foam I never had before. And then there were like all kinds of tea. We had a pink milk tea, and there were sweet treats. It was just so yummy. So it was just kind of like a little treat, do something different, because you're kind of eating the same things every day in Ramadan over and over. And then after that, alhamdulillah, we went to tarawih, of course, to finish the night in tarawih. We're not going to miss tarawih, so we went there at night to the local mosque, and if we don't do it there, we'll do it at our home. But I just pray that you enjoyed just a little bit of a snippet of what's going on in our family during Ramadan, and I wish the best for you. May your fasting and ibadah be accepted. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen, and I'll see you in the next video.